Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, it's the favorite time of the month. My only favorite time usually is my wrap up for the month. Basically all these books I read this month. In March, these are quite a lot of books. In my opinion, I did read some manga towards the end just because I was kind of struggling a bit, not gonna lie. So it kind of helped me to get out of that slump a bit. I read 9 books this month actually. I had a really good average rating too from Storygraph from what it says. As always, these are all going to be in order at which I finished them, and as well to the star ratings and me just yapping about them. I don't really give too much review no more, I realize. I'm more like a yap. Like, I want to talk about books. This is my wrap up, basically. So let's get into it. Quite a good stack. And then too, this month as well, I did spend a lot of time with Zaylee. Went book shopping. We also... Oh my god, there's the sticker I've been looking for. I need it for my journal. I found it. Anywho, sidetrack quest. Back to the main topic. So yes, I spent a lot of time with Zaylee last month in March. Obviously when I'm filming it, it's like April the 3rd, so hi. Hopefully this gets out to you on Saturday the 5th or Sunday the 6th, we'll see in April. But yeah, I spent a lot of time with Zaylee. We even did a 24-hour attempt of reading for 24 hours. So most of these books are from that vlog. If you want to check it out, I'll link it. But if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's kind of iconic. I think it was my last video, so my most recent one. But anyways, the first book I finished this month is an audiobook. Let me get my phone out. This Wicked Fate, which is book number 2 of this Poison Heart. I gave it 4.5 stars. This was much more adventurous. The stakes are definitely high in this one than the first one. I felt like it was building up to get to where this book needs to be. I do think, though, as well, it was rushed. I felt like towards the end of like this build up and everything, and to kind of went like in a blur for me because I'm kind of slow at times, so I was like not processing some of this information that was given to me throughout this story, which sucks. And then too, I feel like it was more focused on the adventure and trying to get back her someone back alive, because they got unalive from the first book. Anyways, and 2 is not really focused on the plants aspect like book 1 was, even though the cover kind of looks like it to me, at least, right? Kind of, yeah, it kind of does. And 2, this is kind of spoiler, so probably skip ahead. I'm so glad Brie got her mother back, but Persephone, my heart. My heart. Also, on Carter, the outcome, I'm glad happened because he for real betrayed Brie and his mother, who betrayed Brie. And of course, too, Carter's mother is AB. I felt like he could have probably warned Brie, even at least. Like, I know it's a young age with all this pressure and stuff on him, but like, it's kind of too like a heavy burden on him. But as well too, he kind of deserves it. So it's like, I don't know. But yeah, I was kind of glad the outcome of that and how that went down into another person coming back, I guess alive technically. It was kind of like a whirlwind for me. But yeah, I thought it was quite interesting. The next book I finished physically is 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. I gave it 5 stars actually. I think this was one of the first books I finished during the 24-hour attempt readathon with Zaylee. I will admit though, I did not know about this. No one's mentioned it, at least that I know of, that loves this book and I'm mutuals with. There is a mention, a trigger warning of like, there's a bunch of trigger warnings actually even as well about like Harry Potter. I did not know about the mention of that. It was like mentioned with the daughter a bit. I didn't know because like this book is written what in like 2021, like, anyways, I was kind of iffy about that, so I'm warning you all. I didn't even know about that, so I don't even know if I should even promote it, but like too, I should, because to let you know about it, like I didn't, how come no one has mentioned this? But as well too, there's like some other trigger warnings of divorce recounted, sexual harassment of a minor mentioned, child neglect recounted, and then chronic migraines, which is the protagonist has, as well too alcoholism. I can't English. I'm losing it. Recovery protagonist as well, and then self-harm recounted as well, and alcohol consumption obviously as well. So yeah, it's kind of a lot of trigger warnings too, I admit. Tia's writing really sticks out. Like, it drew me in. I kept eating it up every time I would come back to it. Like, I remembered them and the characters, they just felt so real to me, like literally like someone, I don't know, it's just so good. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it just blew me away basically. And 2, thank you Leah for gifting it to me as well. I adore Audrey and can't wait to read her story as well. Tia already mentioned it before. And as well too, I adore the friends of Eva and learning her story with Shane, obviously. This one is definitely going to stick with me for a long run. And then 2, I didn't cry, actually. People cry to this. I didn't. I think because I expected the outcome of what was going to go down to go down, and it did. And it did. So I was already prepared for that, surprisingly, even though I love crying to books. I just kind of already knew, and I kind of already prepared myself. I guess I over-prepared myself, and I didn't cry. But yeah, that's how I kind of felt about this book of them. And of course, 2, the mom, Eva, is a erotica writer as well. And then 2, Shane is a... what? I don't even know what genre he is. Like, what is he? He's an exclusive award-winning novelist who, to everyone's surprise, shows up in New York. And of course, 2, things resurface between the 2. And yeah, 7 Days in June. Next up, I physically read and 2, technically listened to it at the same time, The Worst Best Man by Mia Sosa. I gave this 4.5 stars, actually. I didn't realize this because I had read The Wedding Crasher before this one, so I didn't know the characters mentioned, were in this book, and I was like, wait a minute. I read them out of order. Totally my bad. But anyways, I adore Lena's character and Max, who I wanted to hug due to his relationship with his brother, which is honestly so messed up. Like, but the romance was good. I figured Mia Sosa would not let me down after reading The Wedding Crasher. I was like, and then 2, of course, the representation of her culture as well too was really interesting. And I looked up some of these foods, and they look really good and delicious. I want to try it so badly. But yeah, Mia Sosa is a really good writer. Like, I was just hooked. Like, I never got bored of it, but it was not perfect to me, so that's why too it's a 4.5 stars. And it was just crazy. I really like the idea of this novel of them running into each other, of her ex-husband, which is Alex's brother. What is it? I don't even remember Max's brother. What's Max's brother's name? Andrew, his brother. I was having a moment. But yeah, anyways, it was really interesting, and I really loved the outcome of it. Anyways, towards the end of like the weddings and everything, because that's what Lena does now for a living after something that happened obviously at the wedding. So yeah, anyway, next up too, I read during that vlog, Muggle Stray Dogs Volume 7, 5 stars. I always love the chaos and everything of each one. Always different from the anime itself, since I already finished watching the anime and I need the other season. What do you mean? So I've been hyperfixating on these mangas and trying to drag them out as well too, because I'm like, once I catch up, I'm gonna want more. And I don't know how far the manga is. I think it's already surpassed the anime, like physically, but I'm not sure, and I'm scared because I want more. Like, what do you mean on that cliffhanger of the anime show? What do you mean? Anyways, as well too, how Dazai's always being so smart at everything, and to Rampo, I just love these characters so much and their journey with the mafia and everything, and of course to being a part of the organization. Really freaking good. That's all I had to say. I'm obsessed with them as always. The next one I listened to is an audiobook called The White Guy Dies First, which I also listened to half of it during that readathon. I gave it 4.5 stars. I didn't write a review, but I know I wrote it in my journal. I do remember each story being kind of creepy, and I adored each and every one. Some of them were really creepy that I was like, Zaylee, what is this? Like, Zaylee was watching some of my interactions. I was like, and of course too, there were some that were my favorites. I can't remember at the top of my head which ones, but this one really stood out to me, of like these like creatures and everything, and like folklore and creepy stuff. I was like, this is perfect to listen to, I admit, during the fall season or to October. Some of them were really creepy, and of course too, they're short, so they're very fast paced of each short story from some authors that are included in here. So I admit, it's really good. I gotta say, I was like, I haven't read like a mystery or like a creepy book in a while, so this one kind of threw me for a loophole, especially right now with it feeling like hot summer. So the next audiobook I listened to is Ana Maria and the Fox, which is part of the Luna sister series. This is number 1. I gave it 4 stars actually. I really adored the story about Ana Maria and her sisters fleeing from Mexico to go to London to get away from their father's eyes. And then 2, it didn't even finish writing my whole review because for some reason Storygraph has been not saving my reviews. So give me a moment. Yes, I brought out my reading journal for this. Okay. Anyways, also the politics in this novel / series so far being shown with such a key importance in life, especially right now too, and to her and her sisters being of color as well too. They're of people, of like different higher class too, and everything, which is interesting to me, and as well too, like, I don't know, I just felt connected to them a little bit. But too, of course, it's from a different era and stuff, so I'm I don't know, I don't really read historical romances. They're not really my thing. I usually get bored, but this one I wasn't as bored. Like, I was still keeping up with it. But at the same time too, I was losing it at times. But I do admit, like, for 10 hours, that's how long this book was. 10 hours. The slow burn is real, y'all. The slow burn on the romance is real. And of course too, like, even the kiss later on and into like some other stuff went down, like, ooh, can't wait to read or listen to the other sister stories as well. Don't know when, but I know I will. The next one I read physically is Wolf Girl and Black Prince. I forgot how brutal Kyoya is sometimes. Yeesh, man, come on. But he does make it up at times too, because we know how his character is. Later on you find out why he's sometimes like this as well too, because his family and stuff. So it's like, at the same time too, I hate you, but at the same time too, I understand. But two, don't be like this. Like, you don't be a dick. Please don't be a dick to her. Like, poor Erica at times. Like, I wanted to hug her. And then two, I wanted to smack Koya. Like, bro. And two, her keeping up this fake relationship of them two, obviously, as well, is at times like a whiplash. Like, oh my god. And this is only the second volume. And I already know what happens, but still. Like, what do you mean? Next up, I listened to this audiobook called Needy Little Things. I gave it 5 stars. This is such a good audiobook, I feel like, too. And of course, it has representation. I don't remember if it was like she had autism or what it was, but she has something with her where like she can hear like things they need, and somehow it correlates to something later on they use and needed, and people thank her because she's kind of famous for that within where she lives. So, key factor of that, because let's get into like the review part of this. I adored the book and the way of shining light on missing people of color and how the media overlooks these people of color nowadays, especially too. This was well paced as well, keeping me on my toes and edge of my seat a lot, especially at work, because I finished it all in one day. I was listening to it. It's so good. I want to get a physical copy even too. The cover is so stunning too. I love blue. So these colors right here of like the blue and the like cool warm tones of it splashed into it is really pretty to me. I think it was Deja going missing and Soraya just trying to piece where she went since she's lost someone before. Spoiler alert, because too. Anyways, I'll mention it. But something isn't adding up with Malcolm either, who's also part of their little trio. Yeah, trio. Soraya is a great character that I can't wait to read more about as well, because of, you know, things like her, just like this thing she has. She's just such an interesting character, and I adore her so much. Like, the fact too that she went to go looking for her friend, and the outcome, if you know, you know. I would have been mad, but too understanding too of it, because if you know, you know. But as well too, that cliffhanger of like her friend that went missing. Book 2, a series, a duology. It's a young adult too, so this book was really good. I think that's why too I gave it 5 stars. Like, it's just so good, like so good. I don't know how to describe it. It's just, I ate it up. And last but not least, we finished Apothecary Diaries Volume 4, Mamau. Freaking love Mamau. The mystery of each novel are always so interesting, and I learned something new about either poisons or other things and such within these mangas, which is kind of key information for me, like knowing how Mamau is too. If you know, you know Mamau. I love Mamau. Menace. And then 2, the Mamau and Jinchi moments. I eat them up. I eat the little bread crumbs. Like, I was screaming, kicking my feet, and then 2, like, Mamau just being Mamau. I was like, she is onto things. And then 2, with this one, of like this one character that we're following-ish or learning about, was really intriguing, because Sin 2 at the end, Mamau made another prediction of like, what if? And I'm like, what if Mamau is right? Mamau is for real big brain. Couldn't be me. But yeah, those are all the books I read this month. Books and audiobooks this month. Quite a good range, I say. I didn't get to read any trans books for the trans rights readathon because I gotten busy during that whole 2 weeks-ish. Because 2, I went out of town for 2 days, and 2, I had worked overtime And then 2, dealing with responsibilities of life. And then 2, I was kind of in a slump. So that's why 2, I read some mangas to get out of that slump. I was just not reading physically for some odd reason, like books. After that 24-hour readathon, I feel like as well. But yeah, that's kind of it. I'm hoping to read the ones that I was reading for Transwrite Readathon next month. Actually, we're gonna get into the TBR portion of this video. Let's get into it. Okay, so TBR portion. Books I am currently reading. I actually just finished this, but I'm still at it anyways, technically, because it is a part of my April TBR, because I was reading it. I just finished it recently, like I mentioned. But Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation Volume 2, which is a buddy read with Chloe, as well as Celestial Monsters by Aiden Thomas. I've been reading it for quite a while, actually. I'm not, like... I'm pretty far into it, I feel like. You know, I'm on page 102. We got a dent going here. That was one of the books I was reading for the Transwrite Readathon that I really wanted to get done, so we're gonna finish it this month. And then 2, a book that I put on pause that I'm hoping to pick up this month. We'll see if I get to it. Kennedy Ryan's Real. I'm gonna listen to the audiobook while reading it, so I'm gonna go back because I'm on page 38. I also have a reading vlog for it, so that's why too. We're gonna go ahead and get back to it. Manifesting. We'll see if I actually do. And then 2, obviously for the buddy read / book club pick for Chloe, Jade City by Fonda Lee. We'll see if I get to it as well, because I haven't even started it, and it's a thick one. It's pretty thick. This is going to be one of our longer buddy reads too, I feel like, just because it's so thick, it's so dense heavy too, with like the high fantasy aspect of it, so we'll see. And then as well, this is part of my book haul, but I'm going to add it anyways because I think Chloe and I are planning to start it this month as well. Tithe by Holly Black. We're going to be doing a buddy read on this. It's pretty short actually, so we'll see. Don't know if I'll actually get to it, but you never know. It's always nice to have extra books for a TBR than none, and I have a wide range of genres and books I could possibly get to, you know. And as well too, this month, since we finished technically a bit of MDCS, we're gonna do, sorry the angle changed a bit, I had to go change my camera battery, but as well too, since we finished volume 2, we're hoping to start Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation Volume 3, we'll see. As well too, it's gonna be a reading vlog as well. This one is so short, hello. Anyways, I forgot to add 2 of the ones I'm currently reading, as well as this e-arc. It's gonna come out already soon, very soon, of Johnny's new book called Futbolista. I'm so excited. I've been reading it for like a while. It's really, really good so far, I'd say. I'm almost done with it. So that's also gonna be added to like books I'm currently reading / mainly on the TBR, so yeah. So far we have a good stack going of what, 6 physical books? For audiobooks, let's see. Technically, I'm going to be listening to the audiobook with Kennedy Ryan's book and Aiden Thomas's. So those are 2 ones as well. But for Room, I think I'm just going to let the audiobooks be free. Whatever audiobooks I get a hold of, I'll pick it up. So audiobooks are kind of safe for me right now. We're not going to put them on the TBR. We're keeping it free. But TBR jar portion. TBR time. I love my TBR jar. Ugh. But anyways, I'm going to pick only, I think, 3 prompts. Just because I have so many books already on my TBR. It's kind of a lot. And then 2 for manga. I think I'm going to let it be free because I could be in the mood for reading Moriarty. I could be in the mood for reading Bungo still. I could be in the mood for Apothecary Diaries or like a romance one. I have a few romance ones, so who knows. Mangas as well are going to be free for me. TBR chart, please don't fail me, only 3. Let's just pick one from right from the top, tippy top. Why not? Let's go. Pick a book from the TBR cart. Lord, I do have some books on the TBR cart still. Screaming, crying, throwing up. I don't know what I'm gonna pick actually. So I've been holding off on reading this next installment of Elena Armas's work because I've only read 1, and I really love that book, The Spanish Love Deception. I really love the soccer part of it, and then too, like, I'm one of the people that like it. Okay, I'm sorry if you didn't like it. I liked it. Xavier liked it too. So, but I want to read The American Roommate Experiment by Elena Armas. I haven't continued her works, and I really want to. And I feel like since we don't technically have like a romance book, I feel like Kennedy Ryan's books are like more emotional and not focused really on the romance. I think with Rio, I don't know, but I want to put it like in the romance category because I know it's more than that, trust me. So I think The American Roommate Experiment is a romance, and I think we can have a good palette cleanser for that since I have so much fantasy on here. And 2, it's signed. why not? And 2, I'm excited. I haven't read an Elena R. Moss book in a while, so it's going to be interesting to see how my reading taste is from The Spanish Love Deception to this, because The Spanish Love Deception was a indie book, and I have the indie book as well too, funny story, and 2, I have a special edition, but now this is like one of her published works. The Spanish Love Deception did get published. It's just to see that to this gonna be interesting. So definitely a good palette cleanser, and it's blue. I love blue. Anyways, going to one for the bottom. I got few. That one fell. I'm gonna get the one that my finger was stuck on. Please don't be something I don't like. Please don't be another fantasy. Please, I have too many. Oh lord, this is a long one. Heads or tails between 2 books you've been dying to read? I like that prompt. I may throw it back in the TBR jar, to be honest, because I want to forget that prompt. That's a really good prompt. And then 2, we're going to pick 2 books I've been dying to read. One of them's a new release that one of my friends gave me, actually. Alrighty, I got 2 books. One that my friend gave me, and then 2, The Wicked Barbarian and Vera Wong's Guide to Snooping on a Dead Man. The Wicked Barbarian is the one I wanted to get to during the Trans Rights Readathon. I didn't have time to. And 2, it's already, I feel like the perfect time to read it because it already feels like summer. It's so disgustingly hot outside. I hate it. We're going to do heads or tails. This is going to be heads. This is tails. God, I'm scared. I'm kind of nervous, actually. Either or, one of them is going to be read, and I'm so excited. Okay. Okay, it's flipping, y'all. Y'all let me know. Heads or tails? I said heads. Heads! It's meant to be. I wanted to read it last month. It's a fantasy, though, too. I'm sorry, Vera Wong. Maybe I will get to you. We'll see. I am a mood reader. Maybe next prompt. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, next prompt. The last prompt, actually. Oh, Lord. What does it say? I'm going to put this one back in the TBR. That's a really good prompt, actually. I'm going to keep it. Because the other ones I kind of wrote down. Continue a series I started already. Y'all, I already have a book that's on the series I started already. Lord have mercy. I mean, technically, it's a series. So far. I really want to read this. Can you see? It's my TBR game. Why not? Yeah, why not? Why not? We're throwing it on here. Why not? I'm such a cheater. It's okay. That's it for the TBR portion of this video. Satisfying as always. But yeah, we have a good chunk stack of books, I say. And then 2, not even including my audio books or my freaking like arc or like mangas I'm gonna hopefully be reading. Like, I think this is a good stack. Yeah, really good stack, I say. But yeah, that's kind of it for the TBR portion, and as well to my wrap up for this month in March. But yeah, hopefully April's going to be a good month. I know a lot of things in the world has been very tough lately. I don't want to get too emotional because I know I've done a video already on that and I don't want to cry again. But I hope it's going to treat you personal life well. And 2, I hope the world just gets better. I really do. But anyways, I hope you'll have a good day, good night, morning, whatever time it is for you and this video reaches you. And 2, I'm going to leave a link down below for some Gaza GoFundMe's too if you want to help support as well. It would mean a lot. But yeah, anyways, have a good day, night, morning, whatever time it is for you this video reaches you. And until next time, I will see you very soon. Okay? Bye!